Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, May 21st, 2021. A lot of 21s going on there. This morning, Joey. I'm your host, Joey Molinaro. Thanks so much for bouncing back with me. Wasn't with you yesterday. I apologize, but I'm back today for a Friday. It is hot. It is sunny. It is beautiful in Indianapolis. I can't wait to be back out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway coming up later today. Fast Friday. Got another practice session coming up today. Big day. Qualifications coming up this weekend. Can't wait. Going to be a blast. Going to be a perfect day for it. So if you're out there, shoot me a message or something because I'll see you. But yeah, excited to be out there. It's a Friday, feeling good. 1 week until the party of the year in Indiana. 1 week until the Barstool 500 party being put on by us, Barstool, Dave, Portnoy, making it happen. And I've had a lot of people. Since Dave dropped the word a few weeks ago. Joey, hey man. Love your stuff. Been following for a while. Hey, I'm a fellow indie guy. Hey, I would love to. And you got any details? How can I get in? How are you going to get me into this party? I have the details. So listen and listen closely. All right. I'll put them up on the screen for you even. Okay. 1 week from tonight, Barstool 500 party, Machine Gun Kelly, Diplo, Open Bar, Dave Portnoy. I'll be there. On a lesser sense. Well, I'll be there, but I mean, just, compared to the first three, but I'm just saying. Let's see if this is popping up on my screen. Yeah. All right. Live performance by Machine Gun Kelly. DJ set by Diplo. Week from tonight, 9 p.m., Grand Park up in Westfield. How to get a ticket. Now listen and listen good. Read. All right. How to get a ticket. The first 3,000 people to bet $250 on any selected NBA playoff spreads and over and unders in the exclusives Bet with Barstool 500 section of the Barstool Sportsbook tomorrow, Saturday, 5/22. Tomorrow, they will get a ticket for admission to the event. Now, if you wagered 10 grand, if you're feeling good, if you just hit a big bonus, if you're lucky over the past year in the pandemic, or, you just got something in the savings, you want to have a good time, wager $10,000 for a table of 10 in the VIP section. Available, of course, in Pennsylvania, Michigan, Illinois, and now Indiana, my home state, with my home city of Indianapolis. Of course, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. This is courtesy of the Barstool Sportsbook. So let's go over it one more time. Joey, got any details? Joey, what's the word on the 500 party? Joey, how do I get in? Would love to go. Here's how. First 3,000 people to bet $250 on any selected NBA playoff spreads and over-unders in the exclusives Bet with Barstool 500 section of the Barstool Sportsbook starting tomorrow. Now, I would get in. I don't want to take any chances. People have been messaging me as well. They're like, all right, well, what, so does that mean I have to wait up till midnight? I wouldn't take any chances. If you want to go, I would get your bets placed as soon as you see them, and as soon as they come available tomorrow on Saturday, 5/22. They get a ticket for admission to the event. All right, so there's how you do it. I don't have any hookups. I can't just, hey, because you follow me and you share my stuff, I can't say, oh yeah, you're on my list. I don't have a list. All right. I got me and Riley probably going. Other than that, you got to go through like everybody else. All right. $250, any selected NBA playoff spreads and over-unders in the exclusives Bet with Barstool 500 section of the Barstool Sportsbook starting tomorrow. So we're a week out tonight from the party itself, but starting tomorrow is how you can get your ticket to the event. Now, 5,000 people, Machine Gun Kelly, Diplo, Dave, myself. I don't know if Big Cat's coming. I don't know who else is coming, but those people are going to be there. And then it's an open bar as well. That's from the words of El Presidente. That's from the words of Dave, my boss, not me. It's him. I'm relaying the message. You saw the video. Open bar, 5,000 people, Machine Gun Kelly, Diplo. You got to be there, and you got to do it by downloading the Barstool Sportsbook app. If you're in Indiana, Michigan, Illinois, Pennsylvania, but especially in Indiana, okay, just went live on Tuesday. Download that. Be ready tomorrow. Go to the exclusives tab. So right as soon as you open it up, all right? Here, let me show you. So there it is. Take a good screenshot. Do whatever you need to do. It's all over social media. Read it. Listen. All right. Good to go. Let me show you. So if If you have the Barstool Sport, once you download the Barstool Sportsbook app, right? You open it up. Once you do your login and everything and get your situation settled there, you open it up. All right? You're going to see the home screen. Exclusives is right there. Right at the top left of the home screen. Exclusives. Barstool exclusives, okay? You're going to click that. Not available yet. It'll be available tomorrow. And then you'll see Bet with, bam. And you have the ability, again, to see for the Barstool 500 party. That's how you go, okay? That's how you do it. So trying my best here. I appreciate everybody reaching out. I appreciate the tons of people who want to come, the tons of people who have hit me up asking the details. Those are the details. And unfortunately, no, I don't have a list. I can't put you on my list because you're an indie guy. I can't do that, you know? So if I, and no offense, but if I, well, that's a nice little, I didn't realize that. Look at this. Addition to the shelf. Look at that. Classic 7-Up Indy 500 1979 bottle. Wow. What a throwback there. Nice addition to the shelf, man. The lovely wife. Didn't even realize it. How about it? It's a souvenir bottle. It has all the winners of the 500 up until 1978 on the back. Very nice. Just caught my eye in the back corner there. Love it. Don't have a list. And again, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but if I did have something like that, you would know about it by now. So if you don't, you probably weren't going to be on my list. All right. So just follow those rules, follow those instructions, follow that way to get in, and we're going to have a great time next Friday. While you're at it, subscribe to this channel. Keep continuing to grow. I appreciate you. Hit the subscribe button, like the video. And then also we got the Barstool trucker cap for the Indy 500 logo on it. We got the checkered flag tank top as well. Stored at barstoolsports.com. Search Indy. And then all of it is available for you. So go snag some of that, and you got to get in on it because it's really, really awesome. Good deal. Got all the housekeeping out of the way. Got that out of the way. So hope you're having a great Friday. Let's get into the laundry list. Real quickly, I'm all over the place, but Drivers Eating Donuts Part 2 comes out today. James Hinchcliffe at 10 a.m. Had Connor Daly last week. Was a lot of fun. I think people enjoyed it. It's live. You can go back and watch that now. But then with James Hinchcliffe, the star, all your moms, your grandmas love him because he was on Dancing with the Stars, and he's a fun, good-looking, personable guy, and a great driver too. So that is coming up. We had a great time. It's about a 40-minute conversation. That'll drop at 10 a.m. on this channel as well. So be looking forward to that. Subscribe so you'll be the first to know. So you can go watch me and Hinch in the car eating some donuts, having fun. All right, laundry list. I like this one. It's the end of May. Next week, I'll do a laundry list of probably 500 related stuff, right? Because it'll be carb day. Yes. May 21st, we're coming up on, when I was in school at least, what would be the end of the school year. Now you have to where a lot of kids go until middle of June. I'm glad that I was not a part of that. Right about now is about the end of the school year. All right. So best days of school for the end of the school year for this week's laundry list. Number 5, first day of school. Now, I'm sure there's going to be people in the chat, people who are watching, people who see this on Twitter, and they're going to say, how is the first day of school a top day of school? That's insane. You have the rest of the year. It's awful. You dread going back to school. Hear me out. First day of school, and I've talked about this before, all right? You get to a certain point of summer where it's kind of like, I need to get back into school. I need to have that social life going again, because back in my day, summer, it was like you had to call the home phone, and you had to plan out like a week in advance if somebody wanted to come over, and it was just a pain. At school, it's just like you talk to them at school, you ask the parents afterwards, boom, there you go. They're coming over on a Friday. You need that social ability going in, because once you get to the end of July, you're kind of just like, man, I'm kind of, honestly, I like not being in school. I'm kind of getting bored. First day of school, you're looking good. Everybody's tan, right? You have your fresh new stuff that you're throwing on, your fresh new shoes, your new book bag, you got your school supplies that you're like kind of hyped. You don't want to admit it, but you're kind of hyped to put in the bag and then to open up. First day of school, not bad, because you get to the first day of school and it's kind of fake anyways. You're just getting used to your class. You do all the introductions, the icebreakers. The teacher has those activities for you. Maybe you do pictures. It's not a real day of school. You're back. It's good to see everybody again. Get a feel of your homeroom. Check out everybody's new shoes. You're hyped about yours. So first day is not bad. Second day, that's top 5 worst day, because second day, then it gets into the real shit, and then you have homework again, and then you're like, oh, wow, now I have an entire year of school. Second day, awful. First day, not bad. For those reasons, number 5, first. Number 4, sick day. Now, I toyed with this because I was like, does that count as a day of school because you're not in school? And I decided, yeah, it does, because it's during a school day, and you probably faked sick, or you're not that sick, it's just where you don't feel that well, and your mom, for whatever reason, decides, all right, yeah, you can stay home. And you're like, cool. So sick day is not bad. You're probably home alone. You're watching a couple movies. You get some extra sleep. You're like, man, I'd be in second period right now, having to take notes in Spanish, and I'm, flipping through and watching Mike and Mike. This is awesome. Now, of course, you have that latter end that once it gets past about 1 o'clock, 1:30, where you just hate the sick day, unless you're actually sick and you're not going back to school the next day. But then you start thinking about, shit, I went up homework out the ass. It's going to pile up, miss all that work. Mom's going to start getting on me about that. But also, it is nice when you get that extra rest and you don't have to be in. If you just got like a random Wednesday where you get to, miss school. All right, cool. Get to refresh. Get some extra Z's, and you get to refresh yourself down the back home stretch of the week. Number 3, field day. Now, I don't know if everybody had this, but where I went to school, we had field day, and it was awesome. It was, I'm trying to think, maybe like the third to last day of school, or like in the last week somewhere. And all it was there was just a bunch of outside activities that they had set up and planned. And like the 7th graders who were going in to be 8th graders, they got to run it, so they had the different groups and everything that they would run for different classrooms for all the younger kids. And they would run you through, and you have all these activities throughout the whole day. And it was a half day. And so it's like a half day, and it's nice outside, and school's almost over. Like, it's basically over, and you're just outside, like, playing games and hanging out all day. Can't beat that, man. Field day was sick. Number 2, last before Christmas break. The Friday before Christmas break, that was a hype day. You got all the decorations up. Maybe your teachers, they're feeling wild. They'll just be like, hey, we'll just throw on the Grinch and do this, Christmas worksheet. And we'll just kind of, we'll run out the clock here on the situation, because I'm ready for Christmas break too. So if you had that was awesome. And even if your teacher was kind of, putting you to the grindstone, still not letting up, you're still like, hey, there's a Christmas tree right over there in that corner. Hey, there's these red ribbons hanging from the windows. Tomorrow, I'm going to have 2.5 weeks or whatever of nothing, and Christmas is in like 7 days. That's a great feeling. But especially if you have the teacher that lets up, and like I said, it's like, you get back from lunch at like noon, and then they're like, all right, yep, I have these Christmas goodie bags. And you're like, oh my God. And then they're like, okay, and now we're going to put on the Grinch with Jim Carrey. You're like, oh my God. And they're like, but you just have to do this Christmas worksheet. All right. So, we do a little bit of work, and you're like, okay. You're not really going to do it that much. You know what I mean? You're just going to jack around the whole time and have Grinch on, and the lights are off. The lights are off while the Christmas lights are still on, man. That's I hate the phrase, but that's a vibe. You know what I mean? That is a vibe. And then number 1, of course, last day of school, half day, bullshit day. You're cleaning out the classroom. You're putting the chairs in the hallway, the desks in the hallway. That summer's right there. Like, everybody's losing their mind. Even if the teacher's getting upset, you don't give a shit, because they're not going to be your teacher anymore, and you're not going to be back in the building for 3 months. So last day of school, obviously, can't be top. Number 1. Honorable mention, though, Grandparents' Day. I love Grandparents' Day, dude. And I mean, yes, I'm lucky enough that my grandparents are still alive. Some people didn't, their grandparents had passed on, and that could be tough. But at the same time, like, then if your grandparents either didn't come or they had passed on, then those kids could, like, your buddy could come and, like, they could share grandparents for the day. You could share your grandparents with your buddy for the day, and then it's a half day or like a shortened schedule, of course. And then, like, there's just grandparents everywhere, and all the teachers and all the principal, they're all focused on, like, making sure the grandparents are okay and that they're enjoying themselves and feeling good. So they're not really too concerned with the kids. And you're just doing grandparent activities and everything like that. Loved Grandparents' Day, dude. And it's just cool. Like, I love it. Like me, like, it was nice to have your grandparents come in. Like, I thought it was fun and cool. And I liked hanging out with my grandparents. It was weird. Like, I have, like, at the time when I was in school, it was 4 or 5 less than this, but I'm the oldest of, like, 18 grandkids. So, when I would get, like, one-on-one time with my grandparents, it was like, oh, wow, this is cool. Like, this is awesome, because, usually I got 16,000 people running around and I hug my grandma and then that's it. But, Grandparents' Day, honorable mention for sure. So that's the laundry list. I'll put it up on Twitter. Look forward to some interaction. Should be a good one, I think. In the school year, like I said, everybody's feeling good. Pacers suck. So had to watch that last night. The Boom Baby hit, though. Boom Baby went 2 for 2 on the Barstool Sportsbook app. Bet with Barstool exclusive. So Tuesday night, Pacers hit, I think, 15 or 16 threes. And then last night, I think they hit 14. So Boom Baby hit. Hope you got in on that. And the first 2 games available in the Barstool Sportsbook app for the Pacers. So that was nice. But that was literally the only thing nice about last night. The only thing nice about last night for the Pacers was, 1, the Boom Baby hit, and 2, the season ended. Because this year sucked. And I expect big changes to come. And I expect big shakeups throughout the organization. And I hope so, because right now they're a shit show with no direction. And that's just not going to work. So last night, not great. Boom Baby hit, though. So that's good. People have been asking as well. The Indy 500 odds are back up on the Barstool Sportsbook app. So you can go there now. And you can see the odds and put down a wager responsibly on next week's 500. They were up, and then they were taken down, and then now they're back up. So if you go to the sports and then the motorsports section of the Barstool Sportsbook app, okay, then you'll see IndyCar, and then you can go and place your wagers there. So those are back up. I just placed one this morning. I'm not going to tell you who yet, but I'm feeling good about it. So do that. Fast Friday, James Hinchcliffe, Drivers Eating Donuts, coming up here in about 45 minutes on this channel. A lot of fun. Great dude. Just tons of conversation of just wild, we talk conspiracy theories, and we just had fun talking. So it's about 40 minutes, so make sure you catch up on the Counter Daily episode, and then check out Hinch coming up at 10 a.m. I'm going to be out at the track today again, so if you're out there, just holler. But yeah, everybody have a great weekend. Got qualifications coming up for the Indy 500 this weekend. Of course, we're a week away from the race. Don't forget tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day for you to be able to get your entrance. You get your ticket to the Barstool 500 party a week from today. All right. So tomorrow, get those bets in and get them in as soon as you can. All right. Do that so we can have fun next Friday. All right. You guys have a great weekend. Don't forget Drivers Eating Donuts, and I'll talk to you on Monday live at 9.